Alright, I'm just gonna not mention it anymore. Charlie's rolling left, throwing right corner. Caught, touchdown, Seattle. Scored very quickly on their first drive. Took them not even a full 2 minutes of game time. Red Panda God. I do recognize that name. 2nd and 7 here for Orlando. Gonna take the check down here. Gonna get an easy first down, kneel it down. That's the general. It's a good way to take care of the ball. Panda God's dropping back. Might throw it deep. Yep. Good catch on the sidelines. Gonna be a good 35-yard gain. All right. Just gonna get it, and that's a touchdown for Orlando. So they respond right back with a touchdown of their own, and didn't take them really that long either. Extra point is good. Wow, it bounced off the upright and somehow snuck its way in. All right, here we go. Check down Charlie, trying to prove that last night was not a fluke. They beat New Orleans, the number 2 team in the league. They're going to throw it deep here. It's going to be over. Ah, it was caught, but it was a legal touch. He was too far out of bounds when he caught it. They're probably just going to do a quick pass here. Yep. Left side. Good slant. That's a good first down. The yellow lines around things to highlight things. That's kind of what I do with the mouse. Oh, that's going to be a sack. Probably going to do another quick pass. Actually, there's a guy right there in the left corner. Didn't take it, but still got the first. Up. Charlie pump fake. Gonna throw for the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. That was just beautiful. I honestly thought he was gonna scramble for it. Baited the defense out and left a guy open in the back of the end zone. Yeah, number 9 bit on it. Let's see what Orlando can do on this drive. Quarterback's just gonna scramble out, and Red Panda is gonna go out of bounds. 2nd and 7. Dropping back. Probably has, he could go to either one of these checkdowns. Might not, though he's going to go middle of the field. Yeah, that's a great throw right there. Seems to be a common occurrence that happens. Might try it again. Nope, going right side. That is a very good catch at the sidelines. Just hit him too early. Orlando's got a good drive here. They're going to be just short of the end zone here. I thought they were about to get the touchdown, but he dove just a bit too early. Now it's 3rd and 1. They are going to get it. That was a handoff. I think that's the first time I can remember that I have seen a handoff in LFG. Good little pump fake there. Probably going to go for the check down. No, middle of the field once again. That route, people have a hard time covering. That's like the 3rd time today that's been open for one of these 2 teams. I don't think there was any world where he was slotting that one in there. 2nd and 15, probably going to go again, right side again. Again, good defensive stop. It's been covered up really well, both plays so far. Now it's 3rd and 15. Pump fakes. Defense is doing a good job following the quarterback. Throwing corner. Caught, touchdown. Beautifully placed pass right there. Was perfectly on the money. A lot more going out of bounds, taking kneels, all that kind of stuff. Trying to minimize any chances at forcing a fumble. And that is a sack for Seattle. All right, 3rd and 19, rolling right. He's going to have to throw it right here, corner. Barely caught. Really good catch by the receiver there. That looked like it was going to be a tad overthrown, and just barely managed to get that first down. Quarterback's just going to scramble here. Fumbled it, but he's going to go out of bounds. So that's not going to be recovered by the defense. Minute 40 left. Red Panda God rolling left, throwing middle, 2 on 2, and that's going to be a touchdown. 2 receivers, 2 defenders right there. Very offensive battle right here. Neither defense has been able to make a single stop today. Except for there to get a drive going here. Just got to play smart football. Probably going to throw to this check down over here on the left. He will not. He wants something deep. He will. He's got it right there, right side. 1st and 15. Seattle trying to make this an 8-point lead. And Orlando trying to prevent the score to try and retake the lead at the beginning of the second half. Good sideline catch. Never mind, I remembered. Orlando gets the ball in the second half. My bad. There you go. Barely got the ball across the goal line. And that's a touchdown for Seattle. Because otherwise, the game will force you to punt. And you don't want to punt in this situation. You're down by 8. Probably just going to throw it middle. Could be swatted away. Will be swatted away. Almost caught by number 4 right there. He was so close to it. And Orlando's going to be forced to punt. They want to bring up the pressure on Orlando. They want to force Orlando to make some risky plays in order to get back in this. Might go corner here. Or sidelines, my bad. There you go. That's exactly what I called out. Number 10, Red Panda God missed the tackle. There have been several blocked field goals recently on RSN. Pump fake. I don't think they bought it. They did buy it. Barely enough to allow Seattle to get the first down. All right. Takes a snap. Fires quickly. That's a touchdown. Got hit in midair. But the hit pushed him forwards enough for him to land in the end zone. And just like that, it is now a, 14-point game. Orlando's going to need some big plays here if they want to get back in this. Having a punt be forced is never good, especially when you're in a situation like this. Barely got those feet in bounds. It wasn't lag, it was literally crashes. But yeah, just going to take the check down once again. 32's been seeing tons of action. Oh, that was almost devastating for Orlando. If Seattle had picked up that fumble, that would have essentially been the nail in the coffin. All right. First and goal. Quick throw. That's a touchdown for Orlando. They bounced back off of their previous drive where they were forced to punt, and they managed to get points on this one. Extra point is up, and barely good again. That is the second extra point from Orlando that has hit the uprights yet still gone in. By rarely miss, I mean the last time I missed was like a year ago. Ooh, Checker's trying to have to throw it here. She can throw it up. One-on-one coverage here. The offensive player probably is going to have to play defense. Yeah, I think that's what he did there. First and 15 here. Check down Charlie's going to roll right. Might have someone deep. Yeah. Ooh, that was a really good pass. All right. Check down Charlie is rolling right. Probably gonna take a check down. Nope. Ooh, good swat by the defense. Very risky. That could go either way. 3rd and 7 here for Seattle. They want to get a few yards off of this to try and get back in it. That's a touchdown. That was just, I'm gonna be honest, that was completely blown coverage. Corner of the end zone. No one was even near him. Yeah. Number 4 right there kind of came forward for some reason. And that bit him in the butt. Extra point is no good. It is no good. When you're like 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage, you just need to find someone. The further back you go, the harder it is to find someone open, because the more time the defense has to catch up to the receiver. All right, let's see. Red Panda is right there. He has a couple guys to go to. They will get the first down. They are still alive in this game. All right. 1st and 15, probably going to take another check down. Nope, he's going to be sacked. Second time that Red Panda God has been sacked today. Still don't want to get sacked in a situation like this. Oh, might get sacked a third time. Nope. Swat up. Who's going to come down with it? Swat again. Incomplete. That pass was swatted down 2 separate times. 3rd and 18 now. Orlando just needs to get close. That might be good. That's a touchdown. Right down Main Street. This extra point is up and barely good again. That's now the 3rd time that this Orlando kicker has hit the uprights on an extra point. Game on the line here. They have to convert. Seattle rushing 2. I've seen a couple of these converted so far this season. Just going to chuck it. He has the receiver open. That, if it's on the money, will be caught. And they are inside the 5-yard line. 73-yard gain. The Orlando's entire game rested on that play, and they got it when it mattered. And they just got the touchdown on the very next play. They are right back into this. Make sure that Orlando can only tie for an extra point. Has to go for 2 if they want to win it. Good coverage here. No, is they go right side? Yep, good comeback route for Temperance once again. New Orleans was around the field to win, but they went down and just ran out of time. They were in field goal range. They just didn't go down fast enough. Fumbled. Oh my God, it's over. Oh my God. When it mattered the most, forced fumble, and Red Panda God comes in to pick it up. And now Orlando has the ball. 1 minute, 30 seconds to burn. They're up by 1 point. They might have just upset Seattle, who yesterday upset the #2 team in the league. All Orlando has to do is just run this clock. You just gotta hope, if you're Seattle, you just have to hope that Orlando just scores. Or that you can somehow force a fumble or a turnover of your own. Or that you can prevent them from getting the first down. Nope, they will get it. 14-yard gain, that is devastating. Teams have done that before. They've just taken go-ahead touchdowns. Good swat by the Seattle defense there to keep their game alive. If Seattle gets the stop, they have a chance to take back the lead. Red Panda God dropping back. Looking. Can't find anyone. Still looking. Still looking. Can't find anyone still. Just gonna throw it to the corner. One-on-one coverage. Caught. Touchdown. I thought it'd be swatted down. It's caught in the end zone. And Orlando with 12 seconds left might have just thrown the dagger. Can Seattle score a touchdown on a Hail Mary? That's what this game is going to come down to now. Unless they just get a quick pass out of bounds. That is what they're going to do. Out of bounds. Launched way out of bounds. Seattle has to hope they come down with a miracle. No. Orlando is rushing 2. Just got to make sure you have enough time to launch it to the end zone. Launching it. That's gonna make it. Caught! Touchdown, Seattle! There is no way! On a Hail Mary, they connect! And if they can get the 2-point conversion, they can force overtime! There is no way that just happened! No possible way! Impossible! Inconceivable! Corner! No, he's short! It doesn't matter, they didn't get the 2-point conversion! They lose anyways! Oh my god! Unbelievable ending. Inconceivable. Genuinely, the only word that comes to mind is impossible. What just transpired makes no sense, and you will not see that ever again in a million years.